Last time, as you entered the mansion of the girl that was looking for her brother, she told you that how he got missing, where he was before that, gave you all the details. And she let you sleep in her mansion and even invited you to dinner. And after the dinner, when you were at your bedrooms, you found a secret passage behind one of the portraits. For Goplana and Jirak, you heard a commotion from the room next to you. You know that's Jin and Koradin's room. So a few minutes later, you checked in and you found an empty room and an open portrait on the wall, leading into a passageway somewhere deeper into the house. For the sake of saving time, because the passageway is really dusty, you can easily find the tracks of your other party members and follow them until you reach a spiral staircase. As you descend through the staircase, roll me a dexterity saving throw. Both Goplana and Jirak.
I know what's going to happen here. I'll say I left Kega in the room because otherwise,
okay,
it difficult. Dex save. I don't think that's good enough.
All right. Huh?
Is it over yet? Jeez.
It's in one of the drawers in the kitchen.
You're a bit robotic.
That me. Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Dexterity save.
So, dexterity saving throw from you also, Goplana.
Sorry, can you repeat?
A dexterity saving throw.
Sorry, give me a sec. Where's my deck?
So, as you start descending the spiral staircase, Jirak leading the way actually steps on one of the steps that just flinches a bit, and then the whole spiral staircase turns into one big slide, which Jirak loses his footing and just slides down. But Goplana manages actually to catch her foot and just be standing there like, oh shit.
Shit. How far do I go down?
Oh, you go pretty far. I mean, you're sliding like for the next 10, 20, 30 feet, 40 feet. And you're going down and around, you start to lose track of how many feet you've gone down.
Okay.
And at some at some time you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can say, and roll me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Let's see. Acrobatics. No. It's not
Yeah,
as
you
bad.
managed to catch your foot down there. Standing straight, you see Jin on your left, actually, in this small room, and a lot of spider webs around you.
Oh,
So you
God.
just land right about here.
All right. As I land, I like sort of dust myself off and go, "Hi guys, 1 second," and then go like back up to the base of the staircase and call out to Lana to let her know that it's not safe, but she can come down.
Yeah, you can actually hear him if he's yelling.
I'll say, I'll like get my head inside the hallway and then yell up so it doesn't echo around the room we're currently in.
So Lana, are you descending slowly, or you're letting yourself slide? You're muted by.
Coplana? Ellie, you're muted.
Okay. So for the sake of not losing any more time, I want you all to roll initiative as you see two large spiders appear out of nowhere.
Nicely done. When you say they come out of nowhere, do they just like appear in midair, or do they just like come out from around the corner that we don't see them?
Oh, the light on Corridin's hammer is still shining, so you can see these big white and blue spiders that literally appear out of nowhere. They
From
just
thin air.
like
Yeah.
materialize there from thin.
Okay, right. Shit's fucky, yo.
Oh, looks like I came back just in.
Oh, shoot, I didn't do that.
Never mind, looks like I've still got a while.
It just had to be fucking spiders, didn't it?
You should have seen in common with all the spider.
Oh, but spiders.
Okay. Cold.
How did you add something that's not in this turn?
How to add something that's
Sorry,
not
can
in
you
turn
repeat that?
order? If you right click on the token, it should say add to turn order.
Because for some reason, some didn't
Right.
show up in the turn.
If you right click on the token, the first option should be add turn, if that's what you mean.
Yeah. It's because we're
Or it's near the top anyway.
yeah, right click and it should be at the top. Madison, whenever you click initiative, make sure you click on your token first and then click into your character sheet.
You tried to explain this to me before, but I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest.
So your token, your little picture on the screen,
Yeah.
if you right click on that, it should say add to turn order, which is done for you. But when you roll initiative in your
I mean, I
character
don't
sheet,
have anything that says that.
you do. It's right in the middle squared box next to your armor class. It says initiative.
Yeah, I know where that is,
Yeah.
but I don't have a thing that says add to turn order.
On your
Only
token, you
DM.
should.
Only DMs can do that.
Okay. That's why I'm familiar with it. Next time, if you click on your token first and then click into your character sheet to roll that, it should then add you to the turn order automatically.
Okay.
It's because you wasn't clicked on your character token. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
I guess I dropped, so
I think so. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, we go in order. First is Summer,
Give me a sec.
who is actually hidden.
Here. Does that mean I get an advantage?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to use my quarter staff on this one that I'm closest to. 23.
That hit.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Don't forget your offhand.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do I still get advantage, or am I exposed now?
You still get advantage.
Yeah, it's your first turn.
25. Nice. And
Okay.
8 bludgeoning damage. And 'tis the end of my go.
I think that's all your attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ah, you bitch.
So next up is Jiro.
Okay. I'm going to go for the one that is closest. Right here. We've long rested since then. So, wait, have we long rested since?
No, you've not had quite had a long
Okay.
rest yet.
Then I will just do my. These aren't beasts, are they? Because they're weird magic things. All right, I will just try and stab
You
him.
can move your token.
Oh yeah, of course. And then I stab him.
Token this paper. So roll for them.
Ah, lovely. 8 piercing damage. Not bad. And these aren't beasts, so they don't get the extra damage. Since I have no spell slots left, that is the end of my turn.
Just let me check, is it considered?
Typically, when it's a magical creature, it's not like a giant ape, for example, would be a beast. But if it has a magical ability, which this one does, given you said it can teleport, it's usually a monstrosity.
Yes, it's not considered a beast.
Oh well, missed out on 2 damage. That's not massive. Yeah, so 8 piercing damage, jab him in the face, and then take a step back.
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be my turn.
Which leads to their... So the one that you started pummeling already is going to lift his front legs like hissing, and then will lunge at Summer because she actually did more damage.
Can't say
No, I'm
insulted.
already injured. Leave me alone. I'm the only one who didn't land the fall, okay? Give me a break.
I didn't actually. No, I fell, but I did land it. Never mind.
I fell on my ass. Right, where's my sheet gone? Oh, no, it's not what I need. Well, my armor class is 17, so suck it.
So that's a miss.
Tis indeed.
And you'll see him just disappearing in...
Oh, no.
The other one will approach Makalit and Corridon. And let's see. We'll try to bite Makalit.
Of course. I'm a tasty son of a bitch. Miss.
Will terribly miss, and will also disappear into... Now it's Macalet's turn.
Ah. Ay, ay, ay. We had a short rest previously, didn't we? Prior to this, I'm just wondering why I've got no spell slots for some reason.
Yeah, you took a short.
Okay, so I can replenish those, can't I? Okay, well, just because I don't know where it is, and I don't like being in a big open room when my sister is in a smaller room, I'm going to... I was going to do that, but now I'm not too sure. I'll... So hard when you don't know where anything is. I will Misty Step next to Madison if I can. Do I provoke an opportunity attack of opportunity even? Hello.
That was Lana.
No attack.
I think Misty Step. You
Well,
avoid
there were
attacks because you teleport.
I didn't.
Yeah, Misty Step shouldn't.
Okay, cool. So I Misty Step next to Madison. Sorry, Summer, and I will then swing wildly in the hope that I hit something, and hope that it's invisible and not teleported away somewhere. Which, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
It's an attack with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine. So, miss with an 8, I'm guessing.
You swing, but your sword just doesn't hit anything.
Cool. Then that's my turn, I guess.
That leads to your spike.
Cool. In that case, can he use... can Shade sense the whereabouts of anything that's in contact with the web, i.e. the other spiders, possibly?
No, he does not.
Well, he's gonna crawl around to my side a little bit, and he's going to bite at midair, I would imagine. I don't know what that done. I think that automatically rolled. That's alright. Strangely rolled the same attack as me. And that's my go, I guess.
Okay, which will lead us to Corodin, who is going to enter the room with you. Because he was like, oh shit, why do you leave me? Fuck.
And he didn't get an attack of opportunity either.
And he'll just stand at the ready, holding his shield and his hammer. Mechanically said he'll hold an attack. So, Jin,
Well, Jin can only see one target at the moment, and it is right next to one of his allies. So he's going to take advantage of that distraction to take a shot. Does a 14 hit it?
your bolt just flies through thin air.
As in I missed, or as in it passed through without hurting it?
You're not sure.
Alright.
It didn't hit anything. I mean, you don't see it hitting anything. It just passes through the space and hits the wall on the.
Well, that's all I got. That's it for me.
Okay, some.
Oh, I don't know. So I just swing at that space in front of me where there was one. Pray for the best. Where am I? 25.
Well, there's nothing there to hit.
Sake.
You're
You've got
absolutely
disadvantage,
sure
isn't
there's.
And
Bonus action.
patient defense. I can't quite remember what it actually is, to be quite honest. Does anybody know what it is?
It's
Patient
your
defense.
it's a bonus action. You use a key point to put yourself in a defensive stance.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. 1 key point. All attacks against you have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I shall do that then. Do I have to roll anything?
No, you just expel one of your key points.
Okie dokie. I suppose that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Jirak.
Okay. I am. Should be better. I am going to. None of them are visible at the moment, are they?
No.
Okay. I will try and back myself into a corner, or have a wall behind me, spear out, and I'm going to ready an action that if anything appears within stabbing distance, I will stab it, or try to at the very least. But I don't think there's anything else I can do at the moment. Yeah, I just ready an action. If he shows up, I'm going to try and stab him.
Okay. So, as you just backed up and ready to stab something, you catch with the corner of your eye the two big figures just plummeting from the roof, from the ceiling. Both So
Oh,
you
shit.
get your attack.
Okay.
So does Corridon.
I think that's not going to do it.
So both of you actually hit.
Oh.
That's exactly their armor.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay, so both find your targets. The one you're hitting, you actually almost kill it.
Ooh.
But the other one is the first time it actually got hit by Corridon. So they'll roll their attacks against Jin.
Oh shit. Jin's
Oh,
got ganged
shit.
up on.
It had to be somebody.
Very positive way to look at it.
First one is, I believe, 13 to hit.
That's a miss, actually. And that's also a miss.
And the second one is also 13 to hit, yeah. Great. And that will end their turn, actually. So now you see them. Mac, you see them just trying to bite at Jin, but he's just like slithering away from his attack.
Yeah. So first we'll do where is it? Stuff it, we'll do Eldritch Blast. So Macalith holds out both his blade and his hand. His hand begins to glow. He kind of draws like a symbolic pattern. You can see the energy draw from his hand as he forces it forward, and a purple, like clouded energy just shoots forward towards the spider. This one. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it.
Or 13 points of force damage.
Nah. Okay. Anything else?
Can I can still cast Hexblade, can't Hex Blade's Curse, can't I? Yeah. So Hexblade Curse on the same spider, and any dexterity checks I think will do. Is that right?
The one with the checks is Hex, not Hexblade's Curse.
I'm clicking on the wrong bloody thing then. That one. Sorry. No, that's. Why have I not got anything? Why did it not give me my partial sheet? Sorry about this. I don't know why it's not giving me my actual screen. Oh, when you hit with an attack. Yeah, sorry, that one. Choose one ability. Yeah, so dex checks for that spider.
So you're casting.
Yep.
Next.
Sorry, you're cutting up a bit there, damn. The spider. Once was an old lady who ate a spider, wriggled and jiggled and wiggled inside her. 20 feet. Can Shade get to that spider? He has a 20-foot reach.
Reach or move.
Movement. So can he get there, would you say? Is that close enough?
Yeah, it can get there.
Yeah. And bless him, with all his might, he's going to attempt to give the spider a bite.
Actually.
It needs to do a Constitution saving throw of DC 9 or be poisoned.
The only spider that hit it.
And he also takes 1d1, so he takes 1 point of piercing damage. And he takes, if he fails the con, he takes 1d4 poisoning. So everyone else, so for Jurek, who hasn't seen Shade in this form, you see like a little like smoky white spider with like its back end, its abdomen actually looks like a skull, and it kind of skitters over to the other spider and kind of takes a chunk at its leg.
How big roughly is the spider?
Probably about palm size. It's big. It's not as big as these.
Yeah,
and
it's
not
big
tiny,
for a
but
spider.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, these two are like horse-sized spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it do its saving throw for its constitution?
Just checking. Yes, it does.
But it still takes the 1 point of damage from the bite.
Yeah. Okay, so next is Corodin, who still freaked out by the spiders. We just tried to splash it with the house. And he actually manages to hit it again. He's hitting it like, stay down, stay down. Fuck. He looks a bit scared. So Jin, between the two spiders.
Yeah.
A rose between two thorns.
Um. Don't have a lot of options here. One of the big spiders is more injured than the other one, right?
Yeah, the one on the left of your toe.
Alright, so Jin's just gonna try and jam his heavy crossbow against it and pull the trigger. So basically, ranged and melee, so I believe I'm at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a miss. Or I assume it's a miss anyway.
I mean, I don't see the.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
It was an 11.
okay. So. And yeah, that's a miss.
Then I will just try to get out from between them without actually leaving their threat range.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Sama.
Yeah. Gonna use my quarterstaff to smack it. Try and smack the one closest to me straight in the eye. And miss.
Don't
Yeah.
forget your bonus.
It is a miss.
Allow you my bonus to just sort of like kick its legs out from under it, or attempt to. 19.
That hits.
So 5 points of bludgeoning.
You do manage to kick one leg out of 8.
God damn it.
And that leads to Jirak.
Okay, I am going to. So, one of them is like on death's door, correct?
Yeah, the one that's in front of you.
Okay, I'm going to try and finish that one off then.
Go for it.
There we go. Spear. Oh no.
You just try to poke him, but he actually parries your spear with one of his legs.
I was thinking, oh, if only Kegel were here, she'd know what to do. Yeah, I am my turn.
The one that's almost dead will try to bite Jirak just after parrying his spear. He will just launch it. And that's an 18 to hit.
I think that is my armor class. Or my armor class is 17. I think.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, 17.
Four points of piercing damage. And roll Constitution saving.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh.
So, despite the fact you actually save, you do still take 10 points of damage.
Ah. Okay. I'm about half now. Let's hope we deal with these guys quickly. Can't take another round of them.
Seeing Jin still in front of him, will lunge at him.
Alrighty. I'm pretty sure that hits with its
That will get
modifiers.
20 to hit.
Yep.
Six points of piercing damage, and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Is it against poison?
Yes, it is.
Jin is going to look at the poison seeping from the wound and chuckle, because he is completely immune.
Completely.
Completely.
I thought you were just resistant.
Nope.
Nope.
And you see both of the spiders disappearing again, this time expecting it. I'll give every one of you attack of opportunity. Everyone who's in melee with them.
I'm in melee, but I'm carrying a ranged weapon. Does that mean I don't?
By the rules, yes.
Just double checking on that.
Yeah, I believe it counts as an improvised weapon since you're not using it what it's meant to be used for.
Oh shit.
Summer.
Yes.
Damn.
Damn.
Let's show that damage. That's gonna be killer.
All
Killer.
ones. Oh, wow, that is a lot of damage.
One of these spiders got to be dead now. Oh, and that's an additional one point of damage in their Constitution saving throw.
And the con save, right?
Yeah. Ooh. Well, they still
Okay,
take the
so
1d1.
as they try to actually again disappear in thin air, Jirak manages to catch one of them, and it's left on his spear, hanging. The other one manages to disappear, but all your hits landed, and it's feeling.
I am. Well, Jurak is feeling very pleased with himself.
So Mac.
Well, seeing how that went so well, Makalith is going to hold the energy of his Eldritch Blast and wait to attack the moment they come into view again.
Okay. Shade.
Shade will like play around with any webbing and see if he can use his spider sense to sense where they might have vanished away to.
Okay, he does not sense anything.
Okay. You just kind of see this weird skull-like spider, like almost like playing harp with the spider webbing.
Okay, Corridon will be like, where did it go? Where did it go? And he'll be probably, you can see he's almost panicking at this point. Jin?
Well, since the crossbow didn't work, Jim's gonna try something else. He's gonna step up to this thing, open his mouth, and let out a breath of poisonous gas at it. As he casts the poison spray cantrip.
That's cool.
Okay, there's nothing there to actually breathe it.
I was basically just testing to see if he'd missed or if there was actually nothing there.
Sure.
And as a bonus action, he's going to stow his heavy crossbow and get out his rapier, since these things like to appear next to people.
Okay. Someone?
Yeah, I'm gonna just swing my quarterstaff around, do some fancy shit with it, and then just sort of hold it, ready to just smack anything when it comes back into view.
Okay. So is Ellie here right now? I don't see her in roll 20, but
Good planner. She's in the audio, but I can't hear her.
she didn't mute, but so sliding down the
Hello?
Hello.
Good planner. You might just have to do it via like texting via Discord if she's not got audio. Oh. Hello? We hear noise. Hello?
Noise is
Oh, we're back. Oh, thank God.
Loud and clear.
So as I said, you just finished landing in the middle of this.
Oh, God.
And it's your turn and Jurak's turn.
How far away am I from the actual place? Pardon?
Right now, you don't see any spiders in there.
None.
Yeah, you just see everyone around looking on their guard, waiting for.
Stop playing your game! I'm sorry! Did you waste? I wasted everything that's on here. Except the top one. I wasted everything that was bar.
Ginger beer,
Ginger beer? I wasted the ginger beer. Sorry.
Someone's not meant to be playing.
I guess she's working.
Someone's in trouble.
Something about wasting ginger beer.
So until she comes back, Jurak.
I will. So when they disappeared, they did move when they were like wherever they were. They like teleported just slowly. They disappeared and then appeared somewhere else.
Yeah.
Correct?
Okay.
Yeah,
Not really.
we don't know. They just vanished.
Okay, so I'm gonna prepare Thorn Whip and wait for it to appear again. Can you hear me again?
Yeah. So Jurak, yes, they appeared last time when they did.
Okay. Then I am going to see. I'm going to move somewhere that's like more spread out. That makes sense. I'm going to move to like here and sort of keep an eye on the area between everyone, ready in action. If it shows up again, I'm going to stab it.
Oh. So it leads to. So again, out of thin air, this weird white and blue spider will appear. This time behind the newly arrived Goplana, and will.
Shit.
Then in that case, if it appears, it's going to get the Eldritch Blast that I was holding.
Yeah.
Does 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
9 points of force damage. And into my hex. Is that the one that was hexed previously, or is that the other one?
It's the same. The hex.
It's the same one that's hexed, yeah. And then gets another 2 points of necrotic damage on top.
Great. As you blast it with the Eldritch Blast, You see in its ferocity of being hurt again, he just plunges his small teeth so deep into your half-elf friend that he actually critted.
Um,
That's 20 points of...
oh crap! I don't know what her character sheet looks like.
She's up, but
Only a druid, so I don't think she's got very much health.
Ellie, if you're there, roll me a Constitution saving throw, right?
Is it possible for me to throw a spear as she's taking the damage? If I've readied it? Or does it have to specify a ranged attack?
You'd have to specify a range attack,
Okay,
actually.
fair enough, fair enough.
Holy hell.
So she actually falls unconscious from the poison.
Well, I was here
That
for a
should
while.
actually
Thanks,
also
guys.
be doubled because it's practically dice. So let's say she falls unconscious.
Okay.
But that one, it's
Oh, there's the other spider hasn't made its action, no? Oh,
it's actually
okay. Well, we rinse and repeat. You see the same energy swirling in Macalif's hand as he blasts again for another Eldritch Blast. Does the 16 hit? For 12 points of damage and another 6 necrotic.
how do you want to do?
So the Eldritch Blast before was more sort of cylindery in shape. It was quite thick as a blast, but this time with a little more focus, it becomes more narrow in its beam, and just like a laser beam, kind of just tears a hole through, leaving just like a scalding mess. You can pretty much see like the hole bearing through. You can see the wall on the other side.
Okay, so as you drive this hole through the body of this weird spider, you just see it collapse, barely hanging for 2 seconds, but then just falling on one side and not moving anymore.
Macalif will put 2 fingers like a almost like a gun looking symbol and kind of blow his 2 fingers.
So we're out of initiative. What is everyone?
I'm
I
I'm
I'm
gonna
currently.
run over to Lana.
Please help. I'm on minus 40 something HP.
I don't have any.
Oh,
spells left, but I'm just gonna try and
Corridon will go.
as best I can.
Yeah, Corridon will be like, can you put her from under the spider's body?
Okay, I drag the spider off and like kick it once for good measure.
Okay, the moment the spider is away from her, he goes and he'll cast a second level Cure Wounds because he doesn't have a lot.
How kind.
For 12 points.
Do I need to make some death rolls? Because
No, you don't have to because it hasn't been a whole round until he.
So just because Corridon run over, yeah, I think he's got some healing abilities now.
Yeah, so she's up. She's looking almost.
I never want to do that again.
These aren't the worst things we've had to face. And Makalef will pick up Shade again and let him crawl along the back of his neck and onto his other shoulder.
If I'm just like, thank you. Now I'm gonna get some for a while. And just kind of sit in it, just think about the fact that she ran in and basically died seconds into the battle. But you killed it, right?
Well, it's got a large hole through its sternum, so I'd say it's dead.
The body of the other spider also has a large hole from a spear.
That one was me. And then I try and mimic the finger guns, but get it horribly wrong.
So there seems to be something beyond this room, a larger room. There's a statue in there. Perhaps it may be worth our while to take a look. Unless, of course, Jin, you'd like to keep some of these body parts.
Jin is going to see if he can harvest venom sacs for these things.
Is of the same person in the portrait that we went behind, correct?
Yeah,
All right.
That's what we saw last time.
Okay. And the statue is up here. Oh, sorry. Up here.
Yeah, the weird column.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one. For those who weren't there last time.
Yeah.
The next room is this massive, big room that all it has is this statue in it, and there are some candles around the whole statue. That's the only light in the room. Because I think all of you have dark vision.
Yeah.
Probably.
I believe so, yeah.
You can see the columns that are holding the ceiling, actually. And they're very finely carved with these horrible images. I mean, literally horrible images of people getting skinned, people getting torn apart by some weird winged creatures that are actually pretty small creatures. The statue itself is a full body statue of the tiefling from the portrait, wearing those robes. They are, they're red because of the portrait. And his left hand is risen up and it's holding a big rod-like thing.
With a 9 investigation, would Makalith know what these smaller beasts are that are like ripping the flesh off of whatever's in these like decorated pillars?
You have no idea what these are.
So this statue, can I go up and have a look and see if it because all my instincts are telling me that either the weapon comes out of the hand or the statue is going to come to life or there's like a hidden door. So can I go over and fiddle with it and check to see if the weapon or the staff sort of thing comes loose or if the statue is movable
this
or
is
anything
a
like that?
pretty big statue.
Oh, okay, right.
It's not around 40 feet tall.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought you meant when you said full body. I thought you meant life size, like 1-to-1 size.
No, I mean it's full size from feet to head.
Yeah, but it's 40 feet
It's not
tall.
a
Okay, never mind. I'll have a look for a secret
also-
door if there is one. But
Does this seem
In
to
front of the
be?
statue, there's this thing that looks like a coffin. Not a coffin, but I forgot.
Like a sarcophagus.
Yeah, sarcophagus. But roll investigation
Oh,
as you are looking for.
investigation. I'm not good at.
oh,
Ooh,
we both
me and Ollie
rolled
find
quite
for the
well.
Same thing.
So you do not find any secret doors, but upon investigating the sarcophagus, you find out that it's actually this looks like an altar, not sarcophagus. By the size, and you find this tiny, like canals that can siphon liquid inside it. Both of you are pretty sure this is a sacrificial altar.
If Kega were here, I'd ask her to pee in it, but I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time to go and get her, just to have her defile this altar.
The statue. Are there any like identifying markings on the statue? Like, is there any sort of symbols or anything that might identify who what this altar is for?
Well, actually, there is, and as a part of your investigation, you will find out that the candles are actually forming a pentagram around it.
Oh, that's some Asmodeus shit.
Do you know
But
this?
that's the only.
Was you saying that in character, or was
Anyone?
you saying that in character, or was
Oh,
Anyone
out
who
character.
is
I don't know what Asmodeus is.
anyone who is proficient with religion, roll a
Mads, I think.
Pretty sure I'm not.
I am indeed.
Yeah, I'm
14.
not. Good. So is it like this sort of size? Oh no, that dot to dot. Like that, That was a terrible. I tried to do it like isometric, but it didn't really come out very well.
Looks like a disco
Okay,
alien.
so some actually roll with advantage.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Because you're
Backstory.
Fuck my life.
probably
19.
Holy shit.
Okay, you actually recognize
Of course I
this
do.
whole setup. For all your years that you've spent in the monastery, you know this is an altar to the Lord of the Devil himself.
Sorry, you keep cutting out there, DM.
Oh, that's all right.
The Lord of the Night.
Nope. There we go. Okay, cool.
Ah.
The devil himself.
Oh well, shit. Straight to
In character, I'm wondering how the candles have managed to either stay lit that long or who is bothering to replenish them all the time, because that must be like a high maintenance thing.
Does this affect the thing that I have stolen?
If you take it out, there's nothing different.
Okay.
If I see Summer doing this, are you doing this obviously, Summer?
Yeah, I've like panicked and like ripped it
Right.
out my bag, like, oh shit, maybe.
I see her grab something from her bag and try and interact and see if something interacts. Macalif will grab the sword that he also took from this monastery and sort of hover it closer to the altar to see if there's any kind of reaction.
Nothing actually changes. I mean, the sword is the same. Nothing changes through the altar.
I'm gonna
Even the
go
candles.
and ask. You wouldn't happen to have like a jar of blood, would you?
Oh. As he says that, I'm going to put my finger on the tip of Macalif's blade and sort of cut my own finger and press it against the altar.
Do you think
Well,
this is wise?
I'm here, so if anything bad happens, we've got a whole turn to run towards you.
Okay, so as you do that, you can see your blood going through the channels to the middle of the altar. You hold it there for 2-3 seconds, then roll a dexterity saving throw.
17.
Okay, you're fast enough to move your hand as you see these tiny blades that pierce through the altar up. Just they're really tiny, like sewing pens, just going all over the altar.
Oh.
Please, sister, I do wish that you'd be more careful.
I was just curious.
So do you have blood by any chance? Slash, how easily blood from these corpses and put it on the. So the feeling a little drop can do the trick.
You
It's
want
a
to
sacrificial altar.
you want to use the spiders?
What? They have blood? Last I checked. The spiders have blood?
Something.
Or are they like... They like just are full of goo?
I think it would be ichor, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more of an ichor.
Okay. Well, I don't want to stab anyone and drain them of their blood, so I say we don't disturb it.
I'd rather not use shade at this instance.
I think I'm still bleeding profusely from the ear wound. You could probably use some of that.
Yeah, I'm covered in wounds. Could I just like squeeze my arms a bit from where I got bitten by the spider over the altar without taking additional damage? That is.
How much would you like to siphon into the...
I would first like to gather everyone around because if I'm dying, we're dying together. People I've known for 3 hours.
I would probably see this as a joint thing, and I will raise like my blade there and sort of like offer it to everyone to maybe put in a little bit of their own.
I'm gonna hold my arm over the altar and like flex as hard as I can to try and get some blood from the wounds out. Mostly curious, if anything. You know what this guy's name is?
Okay, the altar siphons the blood. Nothing.
So nothing still.
Oh, he does not. I mean, when he flexes, the blood that comes out, it's not a lot.
Okay, so
yeah. I don't want to like empty my arm and go all
Sure,
faint.
sure. Well, I look at Macalif will look at Summer and kind of give like the acknowledgement into like a nod, and we'll do I'll cut my hand purposely to try and drain some blood out, and I hold the blade out for Summer and Jurek after also. So that'll be the dagger blood. And I kind of hold the blood from spilling until Summer and Jurek make the effort to do theirs.
Okay, I think I'm
What do
gonna.
I do?
Do I have a dagger?
Just do 1d4 plus 1.
Okay.
Because that's the dagger damage. And if you're auto.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I slip and just stab myself in the hand.
Okay, after the outer siphons all of the blood that you spill, you wait for another probably 6 or 7 seconds where nothing happens. Then, somewhere behind the statue, you see this eruption of bright white flame just erupting for a second, and you see from behind the statue walking towards you comes out this pretty tall figure, around 13, 14 feet tall. large in size. Human-like body, but red skin, legs covered in fur. These big, weird horns coming out from his head. He's holding a trident in one of his hands, and you see these big red leathery wings on his back. So he approaches. The thing is, he's wearing something like a suit, actually. Imagine something similar to a modern suit, but no pants, just the shirt and the coat. I mean, it's a long coat, but it's still a coat on top.
Mm-hmm.
And he approaches you calmly, looks at all of you, and goes like, well, well, well. Who has asked of my assistance?
I point at
Before
Macklin.
before that gets started, has Jin finished what he was trying to do yet?
What was...
I was trying to harvest poison from the spider.
Oh, roll
Sorry, you cut out there. What do you want me to roll?
dexterity check. Straight dexterity. If you have a poisoner's kit,
Not with that. Thanks for letting me try it, though.
what did you roll? Because my
4.
laptop just lost.
I rolled in that one.
Oh yeah, that one. Sorry, plus 4.
Yeah, okay. Well, you tried to gather some, you managed to splash some. Luckily, you're immune. So, you're okay. But, I
I'll make a
mean,
major mess of it, though.
yeah, you try, but not.
With this figure coming forward and knowing a little of Summer's history, Macalif will step forward and say, I have called you. And in terms of assistance, it's more a request.
And what would that
I'm just gonna hide behind Macalif.
People of Dis are hunting someone close to me. And I wish it to stop. Immediately. And I think you have the power to do that.
I mean, I, in person, do not have that much of power. Thank you for this, but I have someone who can do that. The question is, what are you willing to pay for?
Surely our blood was payment enough.
Your blood was enough to get me here.
And there must have been a reason for you to come.
I mean, it's another opportunity for a deal.
What is your price and what kind of deals can you offer? We know nothing of you, what your abilities are, what your powers are. All I know is that you're clearly from the Nine Hells, and someone there wishes to harm someone close to me.
I can give you everything you want. Or I can at least get sure that you'll get what you want. But that will cost you.
Let me guess. You want our souls?
Yours?
Sorry, you cut out there, DM.
Yours will.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I didn't catch what was said at the end of mine, Will.
I said yours will be.
It cuts out every time at the same time. I'm never going to find out what he wants.
What?
Never
Sorry,
gonna work.
it cuts out always at the same time, so I'm struggling.
Okay, what he said is yours is going to be enough.
My soul.
What's your name? I say to the presumably devil.
And why would you want to know?
Well, it's only polite, I guess.
You haven't given me your name.
I am Jirak. And you are?
Well, in your tongue, it will sound something like Gretrik, right?
Rhetoric.
Well, Gretrick, I'm sorry to let our little offer potentially harm our newfound friendship, but I fear my soul is not mine to give. My soul already belongs to someone else.
I'm not sure about that. I can see, if someone. And don't worry, I will not take it right now.
I'm just gonna sort of push Mac back and hiss at whatever his name is, and say in infernal, "Step the fuck back."
He'll answer in Inferno. This is not the fight you want.
just gonna like stare, like death stare, and just not back down.
I'll take a step back. This is obviously not a conversation that I should be part of. I'm gonna back away.
Grethric, I, as I say, am not the owner of my soul. I may still have it, but it's already promised to someone else. That, unfortunately, is a name I can not yet give, as I do not know who it's to belong to. But I feel their power tugging on my soul daily. So unless you're here to offer us something else, I'm not sure that your assistance is needed here, apart from maybe answering who else worships you in this temple.
I'm gonna just hold out the scroll, say in Infernal, would this settle the debt?
He looks at you, looks at the scroll, looks back at you. You catch this. It's like he's not understanding what you're trying to say. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Are you telling me that you don't recognize this scroll?
Mm. And as I see where your blood comes from, you surely know.
What was that?
I mean, as I see where your blood comes from, I'm sure that you know that I cannot lie.
Well, I guess that was just a waste of time then.
I was just going to say the same.
Piss off. Piss off.
Still, he looks at Bakelit. The deal is a deal. I'm open for it anytime. And it could be someone else's soul. It's not needed to be yours.
I'm just gonna start hissing at him again.
But one is enough. And he starts walking back behind.
Perhaps before you leave, you can give us names of whoever it is that honors you at this temple.
Oh, this temple is not in my honor. This temple is in honor of my boss.
And his name would be?
Oh, you have no idea whose temple you're in.
Would I ask the question if I did?
He just laughs and walks behind the statue and disappears in a puff of.
Well, that was a shit ton of waste.
We're still technically in their house, though. Why don't we just go and interrogate them?
Summer, a word.
Yes.
Do you know who that was?
I may.
Some roll.
Where is my... $17.
I mean, you recognize the creatures. Those are called horned devils. This is the lowest in the hierarchy of the greater devils. So he's somewhere in the middle in their hierarchy. This one probably is working directly for us.
Okay.
And do you know of this temple? Who is the statue? Who is his boss?
We'll do questions later, brother. I think we have people to speak to.
Why is this here?
That's what I intend to find out.
Fine. But this isn't over. You can't keep
Who's gonna-
hiding your secrets as well.
Just gonna storm away at this point. Bye. So how do we get back up?
As you're storming away, on the other side of this big temple, a set of two big heavy doors starts opening. You hear them screeching across the floor.
Oh shit. Hide. Hide, I say to everyone in earshot.
I duck behind this pillar.
Stealth. Bye.
I'm the only one that didn't manage to hide well enough.
I got an 8.
See you later.
Okay, you see, walking in, Helena, actually.
I don't know what I'm coming straight
Just
back out.
Looking around, like what's happening in here. The next moment, she stops and looks at you, Immaculate. And then she twists her eyeline next to Jirak. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing here?
I'm just gonna come out from behind the pillar, go right up to her with my quarterstaff pointed at her and say, "What the fuck are you playing at?"
Why are you here? How did you even get here?
Oh, when were you gonna bring up the fact that you in hell under your house?
Okay, I was not going to tell you about this.
But that much is
But-
obvious.
Let's say this temple belongs to my parents. And the whole coven around us. Okay, I'm a witch. Do you know?
What the who? What now?
A witch.
Next thing you're gonna
Why?
tell me is that you kidnapped your own bloody brother.
No, I. If I did, I would not hire you. So, okay, let's set now long story short, because we're alone and we can talk. Me and my family and a few more families from this town, we formed this coven of witches and warlocks. And we get our powers from this guy, and she points at the statue.
Oh yeah, you get your fucking powers from Satan, do ya?
Yes, in return we have to worship him, and probably every single one of us has already sold his soul.
You're fucking crazy.
See, the problem is that I'm still refusing to sign the contract. And he's doing everything to make me do it.
And you think he's responsible
So that's
for taking
why I
your brother?
said, are you going to sell your soul for your brother? Are you willing to sell your soul for power? Because that's what he's just giving me additional motivations to do it. And I believe you're capable of finding my brother.
Well, I don't know about any of you, but additional motivators does not mean finding out that you're in league with Satan, to be quite honest.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, the devil's not a very nice guy. So, like, that's not really shining very well on you. Doesn't reflect well.
The question is, are you hoping to break the cycle and not sign this contract? Get your brother back.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping to do. To get my brother back and we can run away.
I'm gonna point my quarterstaff right in her face. Whisper, you better fucking not be lying to me.
Look at her face, Summer. Does
You
she
think-
look like she's lying? And Makalef will try and check her to see if she looks like she's lying. So I guess you want an insight check.
So she doesn't look like she's lying. I mean, every time she's talking about her brother and about this whole witch thing, she actually looks concerned. She's
Makalef will sort of place his palm onto the Summer's quarterstaff and kind of push it to lower it down out of her face. Okay. What time of day is it?
it's like an hour and a half, probably 2 hours after.
I say, if what you say is true, we return to your manor. We rest for the night. We will share a room. We will take it in turns to stay watch, just in case someone double crosses us. And then, in the morning, we will look for your brother. Of course, that is, if everyone agrees this is the plan and the path they wish to follow.
As long as she doesn't try and fuck us over, otherwise I will. burn this bloody mansion to the ground.
I'll join you in that. As long as there's a good reward if we they dare send anything after us. And then
I'll do everything I can to see my brother again. If I have to, I'll stop the whole coven from going after you if they try to do something. I mean, he means everything to me. And I suspect they try to.
Where was the last place you saw him? That you think he was going?
Everything I told you was true.
Okay.
From where he was last to where he came, and how he disappeared on the way home.
is his girlfriend involved in the cult?
But she doesn't even know.
Fine. Let's go. And Macalif will kind of head through the door to see if he can see his way back to the mansion and the rooms.
I'll follow behind him and stare at Helena as I walk past.
So she'll show you the way to back up to your rooms.
Well, this time I kind of egg everyone to go into the same room so we know that we can have some sort of control over monitoring and taking watch if we need to through the night.
If possible, I'd like for Jin to stealth back through the tunnel we came through, since I don't think she spotted him.
Roll another stealth check just as you.
Alrighty. I'm doing terribly on this.
Nah, it's enough. You manage yet to sneak back into the staircase and all the way up to the corridors. And back to. So she leaves you in front of the rooms and she says, just thank you again, even after you learned everything. And she'll just turn around and go.
Okay, so other than Jin, who's maneuvering his way through the tunnels, I guess if everyone's agreeing to share a room, take watch, Macalif will take the first watch of the night.
Mm-hmm. I'll take second. How many do we need? 3, 3 or 4 watches?
Okay, you're taking 2 hours watch or 4 hours?
Until morning, so however long, I guess, 2 hours each.
I mean, the idea is you can switch on every 2 hours. This way, the full rest you take is going to take 10 hours. And the other way is taking lesser shifts, but longer for 4 hours, and the whole rest will take so everyone can take the long rest, even those who
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Whatever's needed. So do you need us to roll anything, or are you happy for just time to pass?
Just time to pass.
No, because nothing actually happens. You first watch is Macalit, I heard?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you take the first watch, then wake up someone else, you go to sleep, and the next one takes the watch. It's apart from everything you did up until now, it's an uneventful night. But Macalit, will you join me in the whisper?
Oh, yeah. Secrets.
So, as you go to sleep, your dream gets a bit strange. You're floating in this blackness everywhere. You look around, there's nothing around you. You're literally floating in darkness. Then your eyes see this small light object that comes towards you. As it approaches, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you see this weird mask that stands on the seal of the scroll that your sister carries. You see the weird pointy things around it, the tiny slits that it has for eyes. And you see that actually the mask is made of this weird metal, like a bit starting to rust. The next moment you see in front of the mask appearing different symbols, weird symbols. You've never seen them before. It's not like a language that you can read. But you see two symbols repeating after each other. Then you open your eyes and you have these two words in your mind. And I'll write them to you in person, on a personal message.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to return back to the alpha channel?
Yeah.
Have fun.
So morning comes uneventful. Everyone wakes up. Nothing happened the whole night. Everyone had their long rest, replenished spell slots, hit points, and everything. What are you doing?
I get ready, snack up, I guess, and wake up anyone that's not already awake, and I sort of open the corridor door to see who's in the corridor or who's waiting. I don't know if you want to tie it up after everyone says what they're doing in the morning, because it's 10:30 and I need to jump off.
Well, Jin gets a relatively full night's sleep as he has no reason to suspect that there's any reason for him to need to keep watch.
Anyone else anything?
I'd like to pull Jack aside.
I am pulled aside.
The other day, when I was through that call, he has some money on him. I'm just going to slide across just 1 gold and 6 pieces to be like, this is your cut. And then just walk away.
Thank you very much. I take the coins and put them in my absurdly large coin purse. I also have informed Kega of everything that went down while we were under the ground and she was sleeping, just so she's caught up.
Okay.
And there were these spiders, and they were really big. And
That's exactly what it's like, yeah. And they were like blue, and then they were there, and then they weren't.
Okay, so Macalit, as you look in the corridor, there's no one there, actually.
Okay.
But roll a perception check. Yeah, you can hear from downstairs somewhere that they're talking, someone's awake. You hardly hear what they're saying, but you think they're probably yelling if you hear them.
Okay. No, I tell everyone else that it seems like the household is awake, and there seems to be an argument going on. And yeah. So yeah, that's it. Did you want to leave it there, or?
If you want to, yeah, we can leave it there because it's already 10:30.
Yeah, I've got to get going. Sorry, guys.
And we'll continue there from the.
Talk to all you guys next week, then.
Okay, see you soon.
See you next week.
See you later.
Bye. Sorry about tech troubles.
That's right. I'll post audio soon.
Sweet. Look forward to it. Yeah.